Now, there are a bunch of other issues concerning farmers around the country. Renewable energy rollouts is a big one. Lots of threats from the Greens when it comes to diesel fuel rebates. There was a bit of argy-bargy with David Littleproud too over water buybacks. Just how angry are farmers around the country?
Well, for starters, Australian agriculture is probably one of the most progressive sectors globally as far as adopting new technology, being world leaders in creating innovative ways to become more effective in the climates that we work with. So Australian agriculture and Australian farmers are some of the world's best. But when it comes to issues around water usage, when it comes to issues around red tape and even just the environment that we find our businesses operating with, the frustration is real. And water is just a classic example of communities being decimated by a policy that can be done far better if we embrace some of the projects that should and could be done to effectively use the environmental water that is already in the system. And for us, we want to exhaust all options before we take water out of communities.
Now, you, of course, are represented by politicians right across the country. No matter how remote someone's area is, there's still federal representation there. So why the need to go to Canberra? Is there any sense that the Liberal or National or the coalition parties aren't doing enough to bring this to the attention of the Labor government, or is more about your fears of the Green agenda dominating with Labor?
Well, first of all, it is the responsibility for every politician in our grand house of government to stand up for what is the right thing to do. And the right thing to do isn't about doing a deal to get more votes. It's about ensuring that the industry progresses and moves forward, adopts the latest technology and becomes more efficient. That's what Australian farmers are good at doing. But what we fear is that the current government is not engaging as much as it should. And this is also a warning to potential future governments that Australian farmers have had a gutful of not being listened to. And whoever's in the seat of power needs to make sure that we are their key stakeholder when it comes to agricultural issues or regional communities, because we are the backbone of those economies. We are the backbone and the lifeblood of those regional areas. And we need all politicians to understand that if you kick farmers enough, if you don't respect or understand our points of view, we will make our voices heard, and we don't take coming to Canberra lightly. We'd rather be in our fields, once again, looking after our livestock, our pastures, our crops. We don't want to be in Canberra protesting, but if that's what it takes to get the attention, if that's what we have to do to get the attention of politicians, we'll do it. But what we'd rather do is tell our good story to the community, tell our story to the consumers about how we're actually improving the situation in all types of commodity, in all types of practices, in all parts of the nation. So for us, it is as much of putting the politicians on notice, but also connecting with consumers to let them know of the hard work that we do daily.
Yeah, good on you, David. We'll certainly keep focusing on some of these issues you're focused on, but I do have a feeling you might need to get down to Canberra again. It's just the way these things are. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for the opportunity.